Good morning. Welcome in. It is Thursday, July 30th. We are 90 days out from October 28th. Your DTD2 this week. You're calling your H's and your V's and you're texting your T's. And it is a Tech Thursday. KT available to you today and throughout the afternoon. But to bring you up to speed, he is not available this weekend. He's usually available 7 days a week. Not this weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday, I believe, he is going to be with his family. They do a golf tournament to celebrate the life of his brother that they lost a few years ago. So normally available 7 days a week, which is amazing. He will be available today and through this afternoon for all of the classes, which we'll talk about in a second, but he will not be available this weekend as he usually is, which is, again, an embarrassment of riches that we have here at this market center, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. As we move through today and we get into Breakthrough Club, that's at 9 o'clock. That's every day at 9 o'clock. It's like a study hall. If you have nowhere else for your face to be, you don't have an appointment. And I'm gonna say this. I'm going to offer this up as an opportunity to consider that you don't necessarily set appointments in the morning. I know it's not perfect. I know clients are going to want to dictate the schedule, but if we don't control our mornings, and that's the easiest time for us to control, if we can't control our mornings, the rest of it will get out of our way. And it happens almost immediately when you wake up. You'll see that you reach for your phone and you're suddenly into your text messages or you're into your emails. And as soon as we go into our text messages and our emails, we start to slide ourselves into somebody else's calendar and away from ours. So my recommendation, and this is a best practice, this is not a Tim Lindsay unique practice, this is a best practice that I did my best to adopt in the 90th percentile most of my days, is getting away from letting your clients tell you when the appointment's going to be. Setting the appointments for the afternoon, protecting with your life the mornings. We want to build that moat around our business. We want to make ourselves, put ourselves in a position to defend ourselves, defend our greatness, and also be able to navigate and attack appropriately. And attacking the marketplace starts with us making sure that we're having the conversations that we need to have on a regular basis. And that's going to be different for everybody. Some of you are having the conversation so much so that okay, as long as I go into this space, I apologize. Like this is ridiculous. It's July 30th, but I'm already getting like the ragweed for August. It's going to be great. Some of you know you can walk into this room and have this conversation with this person and it's going to work. Some of you are still finding your way. If you're finding your way, we have to create a sample size big enough to understand what works and what doesn't work. And that's the challenge of getting back into it or just getting started. And I hear this all the time, as you can imagine. Timmy, I'm tired of starting over. And the only reason we keep starting over, and I don't mean reinvent ourselves. Veteran agents will tell you, and it's true, they reinvent themselves on a regular basis. They have to continue to morph and reinvent themselves per the market, per their family. There's a lot of stuff that's moving around. There are life changes. There are market changes. And yet the market changes don't necessarily put this seismic shift into the activities we should be doing. I mean, it says, if you look at the morning news, right under the morning quick start, every year I put a different little hashtag. And this year it says consistency over intensity. I love you and I don't care that you put in 72 hours last Thursday. And the universe doesn't care. The market doesn't care. Your business doesn't care. You cannot intensify for one day and then take the rest of the week off. And that should give you some solace. What we're looking for is consistency. And we're looking to build upon that. It's progress, not perfection. If you're heading to Mega Chicken, you're going to be in San Antonio and you're going to hear Gary talking about doing lead generation 25 hours a day. He doesn't actually say that, but he's not far off. And if you have the whole day to do lead generation, I don't deny him that. Yes, we do lead generation. Yes, we're going to have our breakthrough club goes from 9 to noon. KWBreakthroughClub.com. Go into that Zoom room, make your calls, do whatever you're doing to induce conversations with the other humans, to find out more, to find the person that you're looking to help, right? Michael Mayer, 7 Levels of Communication. Today, somewhere in my city, someone's looking for help, and it's my job to find them. And yeah, have lunch. Yeah, go visit a family member afterwards. But if you're sitting there in the afternoon saying, well, I don't have any appointments, I'm giving you permission. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you permission. You can go back into lead generation. And I promise you, at some point, as your business grows, the lead generation in the afternoon, you won't have time for it. And if you've been paying attention, I've been saying for quite some time now, as your coach and your friend, I want my entire market center to stop doing lead generation on Fridays. You want to know why? Because I want you at closing tables. And I think if you are consistent on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday can turn into a closing day every week. Well, Timmy, that would be 52 closings. Somebody's going to get sick. I'm going to get sick. There'll be vacations. You know what I mean. Mark King, who was once president of this company, a handful of years ago said, what is it that we once did that worked so well that we just stopped doing it? Because we fancy ourselves these masters of our craft. And I'm not saying that mastery is not possible. Mastery is judged by most scholars as 10,000 plus hours in any certain discipline. So 40 hours a week, right? And you're not perfectly in your discipline for 40 hours a week, but give or take, if I take my 40 hours a week and I go back to 2014 when I started coaching, there's not a bone in my body that doubts that I've coached for 10,000 hours. Do I think I'm in mastery? And what that allows me to do is to understand that I need to stay in coaching. I need to talk to my MAPS coach. I need to broaden my horizons. I need to lift my lid to make sure that when I get into conversation with you, I'm asking the questions that need to be asked. I say it all the time. Nathan has me here to be the pain in the ass in the room. People on a regular basis cancel their appointments with me because in the moment when you're booking with me, you're like, I'm going to go talk to coach. It's going to be great. And then the day comes and you're like, I have nothing to talk to coach about. It's not going to be great. And sometimes we don't want to have that honest conversation, which is not something we should be ashamed of. The fact that you booked the meeting is accountability. The fact that you stayed in the meeting is accountability. And invariably on the other side of the conversation, you'll feel better because you got something off your chest. You'll feel better because you held yourself to account. Think about anywhere in your life that you've been successful, somebody's been holding you to account. And it's about consistency, not intensity. So what did yesterday look like for your business? What did you do to ensure? Because yesterday we were 90 days out from October 27th. I mean, at this point, we're talking about Halloween money. If you and the girls like to go out for Halloween and have some cockteenies and get dressed up, we're 90 days out. Your activities today are going to affect that outcome based on your income. You've got a late fall trip to Disney planned? And that last check you grab before that first week of November is going to make a differentiation about staying off campus or on campus at Disney? You're affecting that this week with the questions that you ask. And Brady Sondal says it all the time. He's our director of luxury here at Keller Williams Realty International. Your career and your life will be commensurate with the quality and quantity of questions that you're asking. So what are you asking? Who are you asking? And is it just white noise, or are you doing it to take in information to be a better leader, to be a better guide, to be the resource that they need? With the advent of AI and where tech is going, we have a lot of people in this industry that are relying on it way too much. And here's what I mean. Because we heard people over and over and over again saying, well, I'm going to lose my job to AI. And certain industries are going to lose their job to AI. But what do we always say? People want to work with people they know and love and trust. And that's you. The agent who's already replacing themselves with AI will ultimately get replaced by AI. Are you leveraging yourself? Are you utilizing it as a think partner? So you can get out of your functionary and back into fiduciary. So you can get back into the care and skill instead of the scare and kill. No one with a heart in their chest is ever going to want a decision as big as a real estate decision to go unfettered without being able to reach out and grab the hand of a professional that cares. And that's you, as long as we show up. So how will you show up? The systems and the models, the tech and the AI, the skeleton. It's the skeleton. The heart inside the rib cage is you. We need the foundation. We need the best practices of the people that have come before us. And everything that Gary and Jay and Dave Jenks and Jeff Woods and everyone that we've learned from through the Red Book, Shift, The One Thing, Michael Mayer with the 7 levels of communication. That's all good information. Then we have to have implementation. And the skeleton doesn't move without the soul and the flesh and the blood and the tendons and the muscles. And that's you. So the systems and the models and the tech and the AI, they can be a great support system. They can make it foundational. They can make it a house. You make it a home. Who will you share that with today? And what are you waiting for? The market's not waiting for you. November's not waiting for you. She'll be here in a few days. We are 90 days out from October 28th. We talked about the fact that there is, and I truly believe this, you might disagree with me. I'm happy to fight with you. I think the corporate word salad of work-life balance is not a thing. It's a counterbalance. And I trust the people in your life that know you best know what you do on a Thursday. And if today for you is a day that you are leaning into your KW stuff, then lean in. If today is the day you're going to go spend with your loved ones, then go lean in there. Love hard, play hard, enjoy the time. But whatever you do, don't look back on July 30th and say, well, I didn't know what to do. You know exactly what to do. That's the worst part. Somebody is looking for your help today. I don't know who that is. But we do know 6% of the United States is going to buy, sell, or invest in the next 12 months. There will be about 4.1 million transactions in this calendar year alone. I trust that your goals, your number fits inside that number. And here's the best news. Even more than that will fit inside. You could surprise yourself and go get your unfair share that you and your family deserve by simply picking up the phone. And I don't care if you call or text or slip into somebody's DMs and remind them that you're here for them, that you miss them. Find out what's going on. How was their 4th? What are they doing for the month of August? Who's headed where for school? And then figure out how you can be the connective tissue on that skeleton that moves that soul to move it from house to home. You're not calling the people you know and love and trust to find out if they're going to buy, sell, or invest. You're calling the people you know and love and trust to continue to nurture that relationship. Susan Scott, Fierce Conversations. The conversation is the relationship. And no one conversation can make or break a relationship, yet any one could. Who are you going to talk to today? Who will know when the sun sets tonight that you care about them, not about the deal? It is service first, sales second. Head down, heart up. That's what makes us different. If I can help, let me know. It is 603-834-2856. You can also book my face at meetwithcoach.com. Take care.